remember I was hanging out with some people and I was 90 days sober. And that was a big deal for me. I have this problem with threes when it comes to my recovery. I always did throughout the years. It's like I couldn't get past 3 days, and then I couldn't get past 3 weeks, and I definitely couldn't get past 3 months. And someone said, so what do you think? You know, like, how you doing? I said, you know what? This is pretty good. I think I'll stick around. And I did. That's it. I just stuck around. I wanted to see this through. I wanted to give myself a shot. It reminds me of Seth Rogen say something recently just about working in the arts. In his case, more like entertainment. If you stick around, then you have a chance, you know, at finding success. And if you don't stick around, you've got zero chance, you know? Sticking around at least gives you a shot. And for me, I apply this to my sobriety as a whole, but also it really helped me out throughout different, just kind of short bursts, especially in like my first year, you know, my first summer. Of course, it was terrifying. You know, I got sober in the winter, and so when summer rolled around, I had 6 months, something like that. I just looked at it like, let's see what a sober summer looks like, you know? I wanted to give myself a chance to see what it would be like, and then I told myself at the end of the summer, I can revisit it and see, oh, was that still good? Because to me, summer was just, it was debauchery. It was chaos, you know? And I wanted to see what it would look like, not like that. And at the end of the summer, I was like, wow, that was great. I remember everything. It was so long because time works so differently when you're sober. Like when I've got all my recall, time moves a lot slower, which is, to me, fucking awesome because I got time to do all sorts of things. Giving myself just a chance lets me do all the things that I want to do in my life. But giving myself a chance means staying sober. And that helped me out early on. It still helps me years later. You know, I can't control what my brain's gonna be thinking at any given time. But when it's, you know, feeding me bullshit about like, oh, were you happier before? And what's your life and all this? I say, fuck it, I'm seeing this through. You know, there are so many things that I want to do before I reevaluate whether or not this was a good idea or not. Because right now, a few years into it, it's the right idea. It still feels like the right idea. So give yourself a shot, you know? What do you got to lose? See it through, and see it through every day. See it through every day, one day at a time, and just make it to bed sober.